Welcome to Confidence Tea Infusions. I'm your host, Gigi. I am so happy. I have missed you guys so very much. It's been a couple of weeks since we have been together, and you know how we do. We get together, and this is an intimate conversation between us girls over a cup of tea. So I hope you got some tea, and I hope you're ready to hear from our very special guest today. I am super excited. I'm going to give you 30 seconds just to grab all of your notes, your tea, if you want a glass of wine tonight, whatever it is, because we're going to have an amazing conversation tonight about confidence and weight. So ladies, let's get ready, right? 30-second countdown. All right, guys, welcome back. I am super excited that you have decided to join us tonight. I always want you guys to remember that this is a dialogue, so let me know where you're tuning from. Chime in at your leisure. This is meant to be a dialogue, not a monologue, so connect with us, talk to us all through the night. So I want to get a chance to introduce myself for those of you, if you're tuning in for the very first time. I'm Virginia Madison, but everyone calls me Gigi. I am a Jill of many trades. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology with a minor in family business, as well as a bachelor's degree in theology. I'm a registered esthetician, a licensed insurance broker, a certified master life coach, and a certified etiquette consultant. So I say all that to say I have more degrees than the thermometer. But what I really absolutely love more than anything is what I love to do, and that is ignite confidence. And I do that through my nonprofit organization, Gigi Inc. We just had an amazing time at Confidence Glam Camp, where we were able to ignite confidence in this generation of girls. So that is what I am so excited about. We have an amazing guest tonight, and I want to introduce you guys to someone very special. We connected through one of my many trades, through the etiquette consultant. We are a part of a group of wonderful women who consult, and we help people to become better versions of themselves by teaching them the fine art of etiquette. And so tonight I have with me Miss Lorenza Saucer. She is the creator and owner of Redefining You School of Etiquette, where she is very passionate about teaching, empowering, and inspiring those she comes in contact with to be their very best. She received her Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology at Wright State University, and she received her etiquette certification through the renowned From the Outside Out School of Etiquette, which is where I got mine as well. So if you ever come in contact with Miss Lorenza, you would automatically assess that she is all about manners. Becoming a certified etiquette consultant is a title that chose her, and she does it well. Teaching is the reason she breathes. She has been esteeming youth, and by mentoring, her efforts continue to, where am I? She has been esteeming youth and adults by her mentoring efforts at her local church assembly, Restoration Church. Giving back to the community is part of her purpose. Lorenza feels that every day you rise, purpose should be a priority. Motivation exudes her, and you'll never regret allowing Lorenza to be your certified etiquette consultant. So without further ado, please welcome Lorenza Saucer.
Well, thank you, Gigi. You made me just sound so good. I was like, is that me?
Yes, that's you. That's all you.
Oh, goodness. gracious. Thank you so
That
much.
is
First,
all you, all you.
thank you for having me and allowing me to be a part of this wonderful movement. I follow you on Instagram and Facebook. I love what you're doing for these young ladies. I love what you're doing for the community. We need more people out there like you. So again, I just thank you for this opportunity you have given me to be along with the Confidence Tea Infusions.
Yay. Thank you and welcome, 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 welcome. We are so happy that you're here. We're so happy that you have decided just to grace our platform and share from your heart because confidence is such an important topic to me. And I know it is for you too. And so I love your shirt. Please tell the people what you're wearing right now. This shirt that
This
is
shirt, this shirt is a design of my own. I'm creative. So, it says fear. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot it's on this. So fear says, girl, don't do it. But confidence says, I already did it. Okay.
I'm gonna need one of those shirts. Just let me know. I'm gonna have to get me one of those shirts. Where can we get those shirts?
I do have some in stock. I have a limited supply, but I do have some in stock. So
how can the women that are tuning in tonight get a shirt?
I'll make sure I'll leave a link in the comments area somewhere. I'll make sure I'll leave a link for you all.
Perfect. Awesome. 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 So I knew when I reached out to you, I said, you get to choose the topic. And you said, I want to talk about confidence and weight. And I was just like, oh, she know me. Like that's my spot right there. We can talk about that all day. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor because I just know that you have so much to share. And I know there are so many people that need to hear what you have to say. So I'm gonna let you take it away.
All right, thank you. So again, like in my bio, it says that etiquette told me this topic is one that I embody. This is something I have been dealing with my entire life. And you'll find out in a second why I'm so passionate about this. So for one, I think we have to understand what is confidence. Yes. So confidence is just a belief that you can rely on someone or something. And then it's a self-assurance, believing that you can rely on your own abilities or someone else's abilities. So when you're dealing with self-confidence, it is that belief in yourself, that self-trust, that self-awareness or whatnot. And I find as I teach, young ladies, young boys, this is something that a lot of people in the world just struggle with. Is really having confidence. And what they think confidence is really not. And unfortunately, we have this wonderful thing that we're using right now, which is social media. It forms these constructs on what confidence is, what confidence should look like, and so forth and so on. And what we do is we get tunneled and pulled into the belief system that this is what confidence look like. And when it's not, or when we feel like we're not meeting those standards, or we're inadequate, it beats up on us and it wears us down. And so that's why I wanted to go in this direction, dealing with confidence and weight. The fitness industry is $1 billion industry.
That it is.
If you do not want to know how much exercise equipment I have,
gym memberships
I've had through the years. I mean, I have everything from not currently. I did purge this stuff, but trust me, I was with Richard Simmons because I was born in the 80s. I was on a Tybo kick, and I just matriculated down through as the new trends was coming. So was I, down through the years, I pretty much just incorporated whatever I could, trying to find a way to, lose weight, keep it off, because I thought that's where my confidence lied. So I had sisters growing up. My oldest sister, my youngest sister, my two older sisters, they could eat whatever they wanted and they were thin. They didn't have to work out. They just Didn't have to worry about any of that. Their clothes fit well. They didn't necessarily have, when they go shopping, they could just, pick out their size. They were fine. I had to be the one in the fitting room with like 6 different sizes to figure
To
out if
make
it's
sure.
going to work for me or not. And so I always battled with this, with weight. And I thought if I was smaller, I'm going to have more confidence. If I looked a certain way, I'm going to have more confidence because, again, that is what media feeds us.
Yeah.
It feeds us to look like this, to feel better, and you honestly, I work now in the healthcare system. I'm a physical therapist assistant. And I work with people to rehabilitate them physically. And you find some, just because they're small does not mean that they are healthy. And
Nope.
just because they may be on the larger end of this, scale, doesn't mean that they're totally unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, because of social media and so forth, it just caused such a terrible effect on us, where we have developed a large community have like body dysmorphia, anorexia, and all of those things, because we're going after the wrong thing. We're going about it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to change our perspective on how we look at ourselves, and how we measure ourselves up against the confidence scale, if you will.
Yeah.
So
I definitely can identify with that, because I feel like society has painted us this tainted image, and the image is photoshopped, is cropped, it's been edited, and we buy it. We're like, okay, this is what beauty is, and so I need to do my best to strive to replicate this false image of beauty. Mm-hmm. And so I find it just one of the things that, that as women we deal with it's like a cycle. It's a vicious cycle that we fall out of, mm-hmm. Even with the hair movement and just everything, like, we want to do what it says, what society says. And so, we just have to do better. We just have to be better. And that's what this is all about. This conversation is so long overdue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we find that I tell my daughters, I have 3 girls that are moving. I have 1 teenager, and the other 2 are going to be teens in 2 or 3 years to come. Tell them that what you're looking at is distorted reality. These people are using filters.
Okay.
When the filter is off, they look totally different than that. And because we are used to seeing these filters, because we're used to seeing this light of perfection, quote unquote, we have put ourselves in a position to try to meet and look like these filters, when that's just not how, that's just not how it is. That's not how life is. I don't wake up with glowy skin. I wish I did. I don't always wake up with, we wake up with sleep in our eyes sometimes. We gotta get ourselves together, but the world make it seem like we just pop up like, oh, I just woke
That's how they do in the movies. You know how you watching the movie and the girl just, her hair is flawless, and she her face is just gorgeous, and I'm just like, really? Is that how it works?
Right. But wait, Gigi, how many people had to get her like that? They got so many people on staff. They got a hair person. They got so many different They got one person on this side, they will make another person on the side. Then you got people doing different lighting. They got them casting this way, and so forth and so on. And because of that, we have definitely read right into it. They sucked us right into it. Mm-hmm. And what I find out now is, and through my journey, is no matter where I'm at, I got to be comfortable in whatever size, shape, color, no matter what. And that is what I'm forcing and pushing on those that I come in contact with. You've got to be happy with you. Because those people out there, when those filters are gone and they don't look like that filter,
miserable.
They're not happy. They're not happy with themselves.
No.
They're not happy.
They're miserable.
Absolutely. Because they're trying to do something that is completely unattainable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what we have to do. We have to make sure that we're going towards attainable goals.
Yes.
So, like I said, I went down through the years, just different. I mean, whatever trend, whatever fad, I was on it. I mean, you name it, I did it. I did the keto, I did vegan, I did pescatarian, the fast, the juice cleanse, whatever. And I would notice results, but then it would just come, right back. But then I would notice, the moment I felt like, oh, okay, this is good. Look at myself. And then, I'll get too confident in how I'm starting to feel that I will fall off.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, you have
It was like a yo-yo.
Exactly. And that's not good, especially for your cardiovascular pulmonary system.
No.
It's not good for that. So it's now I'm at a point where I am learning to go for something that's more sustainable. But even while I'm going for something more sustainable, be okay with wherever you are.
Yes.
I've had sizes in my closet from a 5 to a 20. Okay, and all those sizes in my closet because I told myself, girl, you're gonna get back there. You're gonna get back there, girl. You're gonna get back this summer. You're gonna get back there. I'm like, and the next summer came, and now this summer is here, and still haven't made some of those sizes. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, and we have to go beyond mainstream media and let these young ladies know, and even young boys, because they're struggling with it as well. But let them know that no matter how your shape is, how your makeup is, you have to believe in yourself. Believing in yourself has absolutely nothing to do with the size that you're on. It has nothing to do with the clothes that you were on. If it require it to be your size or your clothes, when you undress at night, you're taking your confidence off, right? If it depends on your clothing and everything else. So no, it has to come from inside. It has to start up in the psyche and your mental. You have to believe and you have to trust yourself that whatever it is that you set out to do, that I can do it. Whatever I want to accomplish, I can accomplish. I can do it. None of that other external stuff matters. It's what's up here. It's what I tell myself. The moment you tell yourself, the moment you believe it, the moment you think it, everything else will start falling in line. That's where it has to start. It has to start right up here in the mental. It has to start right up there in the mind. You have to tell yourself, I can do it. I can be it. I've dreamed it. I can accomplish it, whatever the case may be. I never thought that I was going to be an etiquette consultant owning a business. Never saw myself really as an entrepreneur. Took the class, got my certification. It was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I like teaching, but I've never thought of doing it as a business. Now I'm like, I can do this.
And you're awesome. I'm always watching your videos. I'm like, she just be killing the game.
Thank you. Thank you. But literally every morning I tell myself, girl, you got this. You're going to do this. You can accomplish this. You have to, don't wait for somebody else to tell you on the outside. You have to tell yourself. I literally go in the mirror to myself, either before, after the shower or whatever, when I first get up, I'm telling myself, like, girl, you got this. You got this day. You got this day.
That's a shirt right here. Girl, you got this.
You got this. You got this. Whatever you want to do, you can, listen, you can accomplish it. You can do it. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is so amazing. I am having such a good time. Ladies, the ladies are just blowing up the chat over here, and I'm just so excited. I want to read a few of them. I don't know. Are you able to see them on your end?
I do not see them. I do not.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna read some of the comments because there were some good ones coming in. Victoria Jones says, that's true, Elder Stephen Lorenzo Saucer. I don't know what you said, but Destiny was like, facts. Victoria says, teach them while they're young. Somebody mentioned about, pills, taking the pills, like, the different cycles of things that we do. Somebody said, yes, you have to believe in yourself. Someone said, Carmen says, that part is actually key to tap into the ability to change to physical. So this is so good. Being comfortable with yourself. I put more focus on self-care. Victoria said that. So this is awesome. So, the women are definitely loving what you got going on. I'm gonna let you continue. Just wanted to chime in real quick so they don't think I'm ignoring them. Ladies, keep that chat buzzing.
Awesome. Good. So, like I was saying, if it was all about the outside, if it was all about the external, the moment we disrobe, the moment, we're all by ourselves, whatever the case may be, then that means we have taken off and we have set aside, our confidence. And if it only required, and understand this, I'm not pushing a movement where I'm saying, um, you have to be a certain size. So if you're not, let me make sure I'm making it clear that I'm not saying that heavy is okay. I'm not saying that skinny is okay. What I'm saying is no matter where you are, you have to be okay. But if you are not in a healthy place physically or mentally, yes, do something about that, because that will definitely have a direct correlation on how you feel, and then that will affect your the way you feel as far as your confidence, as far as being able to believe that that you can accomplish whatever it is that you're setting out to do. So I want to make sure I'm not steering one way or another, but I'm directly in the middle. So that way, whomever is watching this, no matter what your size, I want you to feel comfortable in the skin that you're in.
Yes.
If you personally do not like the size that you're at, whether you want to gain or whether you want to lose, understand that that is something that you can do something about. So then you take the necessary steps to do what it is that you need to do in order to attain those goals. But during the time of attaining those goals, you have to believe in yourself that you can make and reach and attain those goals. And you have to tell yourself, like I said, every day, you got to talk to yourself every single day. And you have to push and encourage yourself. Stop waiting for encouragement to come from everyone else. I always say this: encouragement, if you encourage me, it's just extra, because I've already told myself that I can make it and I can do it.
Exactly. Let that be
encouragement is extra.
Let that be the sprinkles on the top.
Exactly. It's just a little cherry, a little whipped cream or whatnot. But I've already told myself I can accomplish it. And even on those days, because I don't want to make it seem like every single day that I wake up that I can, I have this overcoming ability or well, I do. Hold on, let me say that. I have that feeling that I have the overcoming ability. Sometimes it's just not there, but you got to push yourself into that mode, or if I have one day, I don't have 2 days in a row. I'm not going to have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 days in a row, because I know where that's going to pull me. It's going to pull me into a spirit of depression. And I've dealt with that, but that's a whole other topic for a whole other day. So I at least won't allow it to push me to where I am sulking or sitting in that position or sitting in that feeling for the whole day. And self-care plays a huge part of it.
Yes.
Self-care is bigger than, going to get your nails done.
Yes.
Going to get your feet done and,
and
your skin done. Self-care starts on the inside and really works its way on the outside. Yes. You got to start thinking. It starts up here. Like everything starts in the mind first, right? Yes. The mind leads the body.
You are speaking my language right now. You are speaking my language. I try to tell people self-care is so much more. Like, it's heart care, it's soul care. It's so much deeper than, okay, the occasional hair done and eyebrow wax. It's like it goes so beyond that, because you really have to like do the work. Like, self-care is work, because sometimes if you're harboring bitterness, you're not practicing much self-care. Unforgiveness, not much self-care there. And so there's so much that people don't understand when it comes to self-care and all that it encompasses. And I'm so glad you touched on that point right there. It's so much deeper than that.
I like how you say how is soul care is a part of it, because we're
Yeah.
triune beings. We body, soul, and spirit. So there's
Mhm.
layers to us.
Yeah.
So if we're only dealing with the hair and the skin and detoxifying our pores and whatnot, there's a whole nother part of us that we haven't dealt with.
Yep.
And I love it. Yes, you really have to deal with unforgiveness. You really have to deal with those areas that you're harboring, maybe from your past or
Yeah.
whatnot, because it shows up in other areas of your life.
It does.
Sometimes when I see people, or and because I know from experience, I may see a woman who has truly just let herself go. I've been there. It
Mhm.
wasn't because, I necessarily didn't have like the money to fix myself up. In different times, yes, it was the case. But then there was times where money wasn't the issue. I truly was just dealing with some things on the inside
Yeah.
that took every bit of my strength.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I didn't want to necessarily deal with it. I didn't want to necessarily deal with me. I didn't. So self-care plays a huge part, but we can't ignore the internal. If you take care of the internal being, if you do the work, like you said, then it'll start manifesting on the outside. And whether or not you got your hair or your nails done and this and this and that done, people will be able to see, because it exudes. It would just come out of you, how you talk to people, how
Mhm.
you think about yourself, how you carry yourself. It'll show up,
It
right?
really
It'll make you
does.
glow better than a gold skincare mask, right? If you're
Yes.
feeling good and doing, you know what I mean? It does. It would definitely show forth, and it
Mhm.
will come forward if you really start to take care of yourself completely,
Yeah.
not just different areas, and not ignoring certain areas, but if you completely take care, of yourself as a whole,
Yes.
will start to show up. I'm seeing the comments, but they're coming like really quick.
Listen, so we got a couple of good ones. I really want you to touch on this because someone
Okay.
said something that was so deep. So they said, for me, it's been a struggle to stop comparing my weight loss journey to my other sisters who I see on the same journey. I feel like I have to compete, but not in a sense of jealousy, just to try to keep up with the latest weight loss trends, if that makes sense. So let's talk about, I strongly believe that comparison is truly the thief of all joy. Comparison will steal every little bit of joy that you have. So expound on, like, how it is for us, like how can we as women get rid of that comparison syndrome, because we all do it. We're like, oh,
We
yeah,
do.
we do it unconsciously. Like sometimes
Mhm.
we don't mean to, and we don't mean nothing by it. We love you, sis. But at the same time, we can't help but be like, oh, she kind of skinny. Like, ooh, like I started way before her. I've been going to the gym.
Uh-huh. So let me go into this, because I know exactly what she's saying.
Mhm,
So comparison, I would say, what you said is still a joy. I
mhm,
think that's the unhealthy comparison. It's
mhm,
okay to look at someone and be like, oh, I attain you. Like I strive to do some of the things that they do. Okay.
mhm.
But not to the point where you start to beat and eat up on your own self.
Yeah.
So lately, within the last maybe 4 or 5 months, I told you I've been on this journey, but now I've taken away from, oh, in 3 months, I'm going to look like this. Oh, in 6 months, I'm going to look at this. Right now, I'm just going on a year's time. So in a year's time, so that way I know my goals are going to be more sustainable. So
Okay.
I'm just looking at what I'm going to look like for a whole year.
Okay.
So I've joined a workout group. Actually, my husband started first. He was like, "Listen, I want you to come along with me." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna come along with you." And it's located here in Dayton, Ohio. It's with Pushing Limits. And when I tell you that we are doing that, we are doing just that. Pushing limits and then some more. But in the class, it is a variety. Everyone is at different areas. You have, your advanced, you have your beginners, you have me over in the back still modifying stuff, you know. But I mean, in a sense, I can see where I've grown And I
Yeah.
can see where I could, you know what I mean? One day I'm going to be able to do what that group was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where you got to be able to compare in a healthy sense,
Yes.
not to get to the point where, you know, some of us, we did start at the same time, but
Mhm.
maybe they were strict on their eating habits. You know,
Mhm.
maybe they have genetics working for them.
Yeah.
Maybe you never know what they have. Maybe they aren't taking the pills. You know, you never know what everyone, you know, is. So it's okay to kind of look to have as far as this feeling of aspiration to like
Mhm.
to keep going, because truly, like some of the workouts are some tough. I'm like, I'm surprised I am still, you know, I'm still here. I mean, they are fun. The group is fun. The group is very motivating. But there's sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I get through that? But then it's like, I got through
Did
it.
it? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't ever like, you can look to, like, again, to aspire, but don't do it to the extent where it really you really start to beat up on yourself. You know, like I said, there's a lot of factors, there's a lot of variables at play when it comes to weight loss. So
Yeah.
how do you stop the comparing? You just gotta do it. You just gotta say, okay, I see you, girl, and
Mhm.
rejoice in whatever goals that she made, because again, you don't know the struggle and the battle that she has. A lot of times we looking on the outside, but we don't know truly what the ends, what happened, what took place. You know, we inspire to have some of the same things some people have, but we don't know some of the trials and tribulations people have gone through. But we just see the end. We see some of the glory of all of the hard work. You know, so what you can do is you say, well, listen, tell me how you did it. And then maybe you can try and do some of the same things that they did.
Yeah.
But don't ever get to the point where you start you start beating yourself up over it. You know, look as far as an inspiration, but don't ever feel, because then you're going to discredit all your hard work, you
Mhm.
know, and you're going to start, feeling like, oh, this isn't worth it. Yes, it's worth it. You
It
know,
is.
yours is coming at a different time.
Yeah.
Yours is coming at a different time.
Yeah, and I love what you said. I love what you said, because sometimes we might just be missing something. It might be 1 degree off, and so
Mhm.
sometimes we think that, oh, the person, they're not going to tell me what that, but some people are like, I'm one of those people. If I find out there's a sale, I'm telling everybody. So
Mhm.
if you see I'm doing something and you want to know, like, I have never been good at keeping no secret. I'm just gonna tell everybody. I'm like, if I find out where there's $1 million, by the time I get through, it probably won't be $1 million no more, because I done told everybody about this $1 million that we're gonna go get. And
Mhm.
so, just sometimes connecting with someone, saying, "Hey, I noticed you're looking great. Like, what are you doing? Like, I want in on this. Like, what are you?" And sometimes people are usually willing to share that type of information, especially if you're paying them a compliment first. So,
Right.
so sometimes it's just that simple. And it may be that you're doing something wrong, or maybe you're missing something. You're missing that one ingredient. So that one dash of salt might be exactly what you need to get you back on track, or to get your results more enhanced as well. And so, as women, like, don't be afraid to connect with one another and support each other on that journey, because this is obviously something that we all go through, and we all, we all have our, things that we just need help. We might just need a little bit more help. So, yeah.
If you find that $1 million, don't forget my number, okay?
Listen, I got you. I
I
got
need you
you.
to call me as soon as.
Listen, you already know, like people who know me, like, you may not hear from me in 5 years, 10 years, but let me tell you, whenever I'm gonna be like, I'm that friend. Hey girl, like nothing ever happened. I ain't call you in 5 years. Hey girl, listen, I done found $1 million. Let's go.
Right. I'm gonna be looking for that call, because I just believe you the kind of person that just stumble on stuff like that. I do. So I'm gonna just keep my phone on. I'm not even gonna put it on silent no more. I'm just gonna keep my
See,
phone
listen, I receive everything you say. 'Cause, I probably will stumble on it and be like, you know what, I got to call her first because she did
on. Cause
it existed. So
in addition to that, what you said about the women not reaching out or connecting, because I find out a lot of times we all feel like we are to ourselves or we got to do it all on our own.
yeah,
We miss out a lot
yeah,
without connecting.
yes,
And just her like for instance, in that person talking about her sisters or whatnot, attaining different goals, her complimenting them may be just the thing that they need.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
sometimes we feel like when we're looking at people, we feel like we got them all figured out.
yeah.
And they're doing okay because they're great, this and that. But for instance, think of Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson is, I mean, the bomb, right? She
Mhm.
looks good. Janet, I think, is what now 50, and looks good, like she's still in her 20s. But Janet said at one point in time, I remember an interview of her when I was watching her coming up, that she didn't really think that she was pretty, and she didn't have the confidence and whatnot. So you'd be surprised what others are
Yeah,
struggling with it and dealing with.
yeah,
And that connectivity, having someone to connect to like as a source of strength, of a source of, oh, she's 55, my goodness. Oh, I didn't know she was 55.
she's 55. Janet killing the game.
He's gonna be like Tina Turner. Tina still got it.
Oh yeah.
If I could have Tina legs.
Listen, with Michelle Obama arms. I
Oh
mean,
my goodness. Listen, Michelle, everything. Michelle got it going on. But the power of connectivity,
yeah,
really kind of reaching out and connecting to each other. We don't realize how much that helps with confidence.
mhm,
Just talking, I always have, I teach women in my church, and I said, sometimes you just gotta have a girl moment where you just go to them, just be like, girl. And it's something in our culture that we can decipher a girl just by the whole tone, by the body language.
mhm,
We can pick it up on okay, what's going on? Is it something good, or is it something, we can pick it up, okay, this is gonna be good, so let me tune in, or this is gonna be bad, or do I need to get the tea? What I mean? So it is important that we start to really connect. That
yeah,
helps so much
it
with
does.
your confidence. Again, no matter what level, no matter where you're at, whether it's financially, whether it is, as far as your marital status, single status, all of those things, you know, don't have to come into play when it comes to believing in who you are. It doesn't, you
Yeah.
know. Compliment. Learn how to compliment. I'm not stingy with compliments.
I'm
I'll
not.
give you a compliment to
It
make
don't cost you nothing.
nothing.
I may have just spoken improper English, but it don't cost you nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
It's absolutely free to pay someone a compliment. And sometimes a compliment is all they need. That can make or break their day. That you don't know what that person, what type of day they might have had. So
Mhm.
you just saying something nice to them can literally change the course of their day. And so don't be afraid. Like, I believe in giving compliments. I believe in being my first compliment, and I also believe in giving out compliments because I feel like when I compliment somebody, it also makes me feel good. It feels good to tell somebody something nice about themselves, and so I try my best to pay people compliments. I try my best to just encourage people, put a smile on somebody's face one day. Just like, it could be the smallest thing, the smallest token, and it sets them up, for the day, for the week, for the month. It could be something real small that you
Mhm.
do for somebody else, and it literally makes their whole week. So I always tell people, don't be afraid, compliment people
It don't hurt. Like
at
you said,
all.
it makes you feel good. I mean, I don't know anyone that can give a compliment and still and be angry about it afterwards. I've never met
Right.
that type of person. We're
I've never
dealing
met
with a
them
whole.
either.
I'm sorry.
I said I've never met them either.
If that's the case, we're dealing with some other things psychologically, if
Right.
that's the case. But it definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't hurt. So now I want to kind of go into a little bit more of what, like, how are some things that I've been doing, and what are some things that I tell others. Like I said, every single morning you want to, talk to yourself, tell yourself, you can do it, you can achieve it, and so forth and so on. And then another thing, I always say, grab at least three things that you're proud of,
Mhm.
because we always focus on the negative. Have you ever asked someone, tell me your strengths? And they sit there and they are really pondering. I mean, it's taking moments. And, but if you say, tell me your weakness, oh, I mean, it's coming. Yes, they're just naming it and it's flying off and flying off. If
Yeah.
we get into the habit of looking at things that we're proud of, that is
Mhm.
just truly just us. I know we have moms, we have wives, we have different titles, and we want to say, "Oh, I'm proud that my child is doing this." No, no, no. This is just strictly, what are you proud of that you did? Maybe you taught your child something that, or whatever the case may be, but make sure it's totally about something that you are proud of. And if you really start to speak those positive affirmations and talk to yourself positively, you'll find that you'll start to, that confidence will start to rev up on the inside of you.
It
And
will.
it'll change, believe it or not, how what we deal with a lot when we deal with etiquette, it will change your posture. You can
Mhm.
always tell a confident person by their posture, right?
Yes, so true.
So start telling yourself in the morning. I like to always start at the beginning of the day, because then that can change your whole trajectory of the day. Tell yourself at least three things that you are proud of yourself. I am proud that um, I didn't give up, because normally I would start reading a book and then I'll stop. So I kept going. I read, something like that, that you can truly be proud of yourself. It don't always have to be something so grandiose. We think that we always have to start like a Fortune 500 company, and we have to get some type of award or something like that. No,
Yeah.
just something that, it could be big, it could be small, is something that you are proud of
Yeah.
about yourself. Something that
Those
you
small wins.
small wins. I
Yeah.
always tell people, you better celebrate those small wins. I don't let
Mhm.
nobody take them small wins from me.
Nope.
Like I said, I go to that workout class. There's some things I can't do, and then there's some things I can. And when I can, I am so excited. And I know there's some others, they're advanced. And and what I like about it, they don't look at me like, oh, we've been able to do that. No, they're right there cheering me on, like, yeah,
Yeah.
girl, you can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those small victories, they lead up to big victories.
Yeah.
Don't minimize yourself. Don't minimize those small victories.
That's
Don't minimize. Some people will say, "Oh, I only lost a pound." Well, you lost a pound.
mm-hmm.
The key word is lost.
Lost.
Lost, right? Because that's the way we want to, we want to go, if that's your goal. Or if
Mhm.
it's gain, I only gained a pound. Well, we're going in the right direction, right? So
Mhm.
we're going in the right direction. Celebrate those victories. Celebrate those moments. Live in those moments. A lot of times we're just going forward and we're not literally like basking in the moment. We're
Yeah.
just going on to what's next. And we're not taking our time to just sit and relax and be like, I did that. I
Mhm.
did that. Like,
Yeah.
and it's okay. And that's not being conceited. That's
No.
not being braggadocious, and make sure you're not making anyone else feel down about it. Make sure you're not, offending anyone else about, you know what I mean? But truly take in those wins.
Yeah.
Take them in,
Yeah.
take
I
them in.
definitely believe in celebrate you. So I have a whole day dedicated to me. So this Thursday is the 22nd. So I celebrate Gigi Day. I have a whole
Okay.
day, the 22nd of every single month. And I have been doing this for like the past, almost like 10 years now since I was in college. I started doing it because my birthday falls December 22nd and I realized I get ripped off of presents. So really I was just trying to find a way to like make up for the slack, but over time it's progressed into something so much more because it's like, no, today is for me and I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. If I want to sleep for the whole day, that's what I'm gonna do. And sometimes I celebrate in a big way and sometimes I celebrate in a small way, whatever I can do just to show myself, because when you appreciate you, it shows the world how to appreciate you as well. So
Absolutely.
sometimes we wonder, like, well, nobody ever does. Nobody ever. Are you doing that for yourself? How do you talk to yourself? Sometimes we would probably go crazy if somebody talked to us the way that we talk to us. And so I think it's so important for us to feel our language, listen to how we talk to us. Do you talk to yourself like a best friend, or are you really talking to yourself like, the enemy? And it's like, no, like, and I tell people, like, write yourself a love letter for that moment when you're feeling down. Like, write that love letter. And if you having a bad day, pull that love letter out because that's your love letter to you. And so you might need to read it every once in a while and figure out, oh, you know what? Yeah. And it gets you back to that place of when you feel confident, and that place where you feel loved and you feel empowered. And so it's so important that we show kindness to ourselves, and that's going to continually build in our confidence. And it's so, so important. So important.
See, this is the reason why connectivity is important, because you just taught me some things that I'm going to incorporate now. So celebrate me. I'm going to do that too now. Celebrate
Pick your,
me today.
pick your date, whatever. So I do the date that's my actual birthday because that's just easy for me to remember. So I'm like, okay, the 22nd of the month. And usually, like, I do different things. Like, if it's something that I really want to do, if it's a restaurant that I want to try, if it's I want to get a massage, or if it, just something, it's me time, but it's all about me. And
I
I
love it.
have the right to have a day dedicated to me.
I love it. I love it. And then another thing you said, to write the love letter for the days that, so now I got to put that in my toolbox, because when
Yeah.
you don't feel like it, you need to talk to yourself from a place from when you were
You-
feeling on the mountaintop.
Yes.
When you're in
Yeah.
the valley, you can talk
Mhm.
to yourself back up to the mountaintop. I like
Yeah.
that. I'm taking
Yeah.
those tips.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
got to do that. It's so crucial because I tell people all the time, confidence is not a destination. You never arrive at a place of, oh, I'm just confident and it's a continuous cycle. It's a journey. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Like, you don't, I'm confident and I'm there and I'm good. It's a continuous, like, you are running this marathon and you are going to get tired. You're going to wake up. You don't know what's going on. You don't feel like yourself that day. You might not feel pretty today. You might not feel good. You might feel real fat today, but it's like, it's a continuous journey. So the more tools you have in your tool belt for those moments of that low period, because it will happen. It's like seasons, right? You have winter, summer, spring, and fall. Winter's going to come again. So where's your blanket? Where's your sweater? It's
right.
the same thing. So it's like, that's how I look at the journey of confidence. It's like, in those times when I'm feeling real good, like when it's summertime, that's when you buy winter clothes because it's on sale.
That's right.
So you have to do, so when you feeling yourself and you just got your hair did, you done had your self-care, you feeling real, that is when you want to pull out your tea or pull out a glass of wine. That's when you want to write that love letter to yourself. That's when you want to write those things that you're proud of, because there's going to come a time when you don't feel so proud and you don't feel so great, and you're going to need to pull that out in order to rebuild yourself, right? You need to rebuild your strength. So if you don't have any weapons or any tools to do that with, then that's going to be real difficult. But the
Absolutely.
more tools you have, the better, the easier it is to re-encourage and reinforce and get that confidence back up.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that, because again, you know how many social media and the TV and these TV shows and these so-called reality shows, They make you seem like you're always at a certain level. You're always feeling, you know, again on this mountaintop and confident. And it's not always the case.
It's
It's
not.
not always the case. Sometimes it's not what the shirt reads. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't feel it.
Mm-mm.
And it's time to make sure that we tell them that is not reality. Here's reality. We have storms, we have
Mhm.
rain. We've been seeing quite a bit of it in Ohio. A
Yeah.
lot of storms, a lot of rains. And when it comes with that, it does kind of damper your mood. It does kind of, make you not feel,
Mhm.
yourself, whatever the case may be. Just like life, we go through, the world goes through seasons and cycles. We will too. But you not always gonna be as consistent as you like. And you gotta be okay with that. And
Yeah.
then know when you're not, to go in to again that toolbox and pull those
Mhm.
things out. Because you
Yeah.
just gonna have some days where, like you said, you don't feel pretty. You don't feel like you can accomplish. You don't believe in yourself. You don't have that self assurance. There's some days it's just not there. No matter who they are, um, the most famous people, Beyonce. I'm sure there's some days where
Mhm.
everybody else is screaming her name and writing books about her and idolizing her and so forth and so on. I'm sure some moments where she look at herself and is like, I do not see what those people
Mhm.
see
Yeah.
in me, But then I'm sure there's sometimes where she absolutely, feel her very best. So it is not constant, is always ongoing.
Yeah.
And that's why when you gauge it up against your weight, because you can't make your weight a direct correlation to your confidence, because it's always an ongoing thing. It doesn't matter whether you've reached your goal weight or not.
Mhm.
You're gonna be at goal weight and still have days where you don't feel great.
You gonna find something else.
You're
You
gonna
gonna
find
find
something.
anchors.
You're gonna find something else. That's that thing about our flesh. It's gonna be something else,
Something.
correct? So
Mhm.
you can't make a direct correlation with that. You have to make sure, if that's something you want to work on it. But when it comes to your confidence, you got to work on it separately. Now, I know some people say, "Oh, I lost weight and I felt great, and that boosted my confidence." Okay, but then when it's not about your weight, then what else is going to boost your confidence?
Mhm.
It's going to be a constant, ongoing thing. I saw, I think someone said a reset.
Yes.
Well, I
Yes.
am strong on a reset. I
Yes.
firmly believe. Sometimes I tell my spouse, I tell my husband, like, you know what, today I just need to just go back and start this all over again. I just need to rewind it. I just need to press the button and start all over again. And it's okay with that. We got to be okay with having those moments. We got to be okay with them. It
Yeah.
doesn't take anything away from you as a person
At all.
at
Nothing at
all.
all.
At
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. This has been so good. So good.
I'm loving it.
I'm
I'm
eating
loving
it all up. This is like the comments are blowing up. Are you ladies enjoying it? Like, give me a yay, give me a emoji, give me something in the chat if this has been very impactful and just a great deal of just confidence building talks for you. Like, this has been so good to me. Like, I don't know about y'all, but for me, it's been everything. Yep, somebody said excellent topic. Yes, yes, it's so good. It's really good because I feel like it's important. It's important. It's important that we talk about these topics because sometimes we don't know. We just don't know better.
it.
Sometimes we just don't know. And so I am super, super happy that you were able to come on tonight and share. This has been so great, so great. I want you to just, definitely tell us some final words. Let everybody know how they can connect with you. If you have anything going on, any events happening, let us know. Like, how can we support you and connect with you?
Awesome. Well, I am, as she had mentioned in my bio, I am an owner and founder of Redefining You School of Etiquette. You can go to my website at www www.redefiningyousoe.com. I teach all ages, boys and girls, women and men, different forms of etiquette. I have some exciting news that I guess I'm going to drop here first. So right now, well, because of COVID, I've been teaching virtual courses, and I just slowly kind of gotten back into in-person instruction. Within another month or two, I would say the end of August, beginning of September is my deadline that I'm looking. So around September 7th, I will be moving into a brick and mortar.
That is awesome.
So
congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. So that way it will be ongoing etiquette classes taught weekly where you'll be able to sign yourself, your child, your family up. There is no, person I'll turn away, right? I'll teach groups. Groups is where you get your bang for your buck because the more people, the cost kind of comes down. So, if you have a bridal party, I know the wedding season, we're still kind of in that season. If you want classes for them as well, I know after school, their parents are looking for activities for your child. So I will be available every week. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited. It's going to be at 205. And for those of you that are familiar with Dayton, Ohio, it's going to be at 205 North Williams Street. Yay. So that will start again. The deadline I'm hoping is if everything goes correct. Right now I'm doing some renovations. So hopefully everything will go according to plan. And you know how when you're at the mercy of everyone else's schedule, it doesn't always go how you plan it. So that is my big announcement for Redefining You.
Yay! We're so proud of you. Congratulations. You are definitely like setting the bar, setting the standard for us etiquette consultants. I salute you. I honor you. I thank you. This is awesome. So proud.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun. I love, like I said, I love everything that you are doing. I do. I follow you. I'm like, oh my gosh, she is doing big things and I love it. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It has been amazing. I put your ladies, I put the website. I hope I spelled it right. I put the website in the chat. The address is on here. If you're in Dayton, Ohio, definitely check out Redefining You School of Etiquette, where you can become a better version of you. Because that is what we all need to do. We have to become better versions of ourselves. And there is nothing wrong with learning how to do that. So this has been so amazing, so amazing. I want to thank you once more. And ladies, so I have a big announcement as well. I want to tell you guys, we are going to have our official launch party for Confidence Tea Infusions. And so you have to order your tea. So please stay tuned for details for that. You're going to order your tea and we're going to have everybody live. We're going to do it on Zoom. We're going to do the whole tea party. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time of just fellowship and intimate conversations with each other. And we're going to lift each other up. We're going to build each other up because it really does take a community. It takes all of us. So sometimes we may not feel it, but we have a sister cheering us on, and you have an army of sisters cheering us on and rooting for you to succeed. So I hope you ladies will tune in. Stay tuned. I'm going to have the flyer for that coming soon. It's going to be towards the end of August. So stay tuned for that. And I am just so happy that you guys tuned in tonight. It has been an amazing time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Lorenza, thank you so much for tuning in. It has been amazing. I'm just so glad we were able to connect. And I just look forward to more connections, more endeavors. Definitely, you are welcome back anytime.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anytime. Ladies, it has been wonderful. I bid you adieu. Have a wonderful night and take care.